Hi, I'm glad you're joining us for Chapter 6, Travel, Time, Dates, and Directions, Prepositions Galore. In this chapter, we're going to be looking at how we use different prepositions with different verbs to talk about travel, time, directions. Our first topic is 6.1, Travel all around the world, looking specifically at continents and countries. When we're talking about continents and we are not in the country, but talking about going to the country or traveling to the country, then we use the preposition to. For example, I'm going to Africa in 3 months. I traveled to Africa for my birthday. We are not in the continent. We are not talking about being in the continent, so we have to use these verbs that we use the preposition to with. I went to North America last year. I have to go to North America for the holidays. These are all verbs that when we are using continents or talking about going to continents, we use the preposition to. However, when we are in a continent or talking about being in a continent, we use the preposition in. I was in Europe for 5 years. I will be in Europe next month. I'm in South America right now. When will they be in South America? With the verb to be, we see that we use the preposition in. There are lots of other verbs that we'll see in just a few seconds that also use the preposition in when we are talking about a continent or a country. Let's take a look at countries. When you are not in the country, just like with continents, when you're not in the country, you use the verb when you use a verb, the verb normally takes the preposition to. We are moving to Spain for our job. When will he be traveling to Spain? Where are you going? I'm going to Japan. The plane is on its way to Japan. That means that you are not in the country. You're talking about going to that country. How about when we talk about when you are in a country or talking about being in a country? We will arrive in Canada in a few hours. The plane will land in Canada. What country were you in 2 weeks ago? Uh-oh. What country were you in 2 weeks ago? I was in Ethiopia. You see all of these different verbs, we use the preposition in to arrive in. It talks about when we are in a specific place, physically in the country. We will arrive in Canada. To land in Canada. Where were you in 2 weeks ago? And I was in Ethiopia. So just a quick recap. The vocabulary that we use when you're talking about a country, but you are not in a country or in that continent, we use these type of verbs. To go to travel to. And when we are in a country or a continent, then we use another type of verb. And these are some of those examples. To be in a country, to land in a country, or to arrive in a country. I hope that you've enjoyed this lesson. And stay tuned for our next topic, where we will be looking at travel all around the world and looking specifically at cities and towns. See you there. Bye-bye.